and C9 will pick Ezreal first pick. I can smell it.
And then do you think TL would steal away Azeri, or are they just going to keep APA on Corki?
But maybe TL will just say F it and just give them Aurora. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Or they will trade
here
them.
we
Even
go.
better, they will trade them.
Come
So,
on.
I think C9 thought there's going to be an Aurora ban here, and they'll pick Ezreal, but now they're worried about trading them because they don't really want to play against Ezreal again after what happened last game.
Right.
It's not like, huh, shit, guys. Reaper?
That was a bit of a problem.
Ezreal without the
And
triple kill at
They will
4
for sure
minutes.
ban Ezreal, right, guys? Oh, never mind. Okay.
Wow, that's how much they value stealing it away from Umti.
Aurora and Ezreal, perhaps. I feel like this is a mistake from C9, but
I also feel like APA has way higher of a preference for Corki mid lane than he does any of the other ADs on the patch. How heavily do they feel like they need to prioritize that for him?
I think now with the Ashe ban, it's even more priority pick. I don't think there's anything against on this patch against Ezreal besides Kalista and Ashe, which C9 banned both. Is Aurora really going unpick, unban, guys?
Oh man.
Is that like legal?
Somebody has to have practiced this enough, right? Somebody!
Don't worry about- I'm currently looking up the names of her abilities in case she does get picked, because I
Yeah.
didn't expect her to actually make it through.
The weirding.
Yeah, that's the icicle looking thing on the ground. The weird icicle.
I
That's
like
the
how
weirding.
there's a whole monitor
Yeah.
on your screen, but only 2 abilities.
we get our
He's
tanks
14.
again. We get our tank matchups for jungle.
It
Still
goes
no
from being-
Aurora sighting.
Yeah.
goes from being banned both games to being unpicked. Until they didn't want it, right? They picked Maokai over it, so they don't even care if Sion gets it at this point.
Is this a situation where neither team wanted to get flamed for letting it through and losing to it, but then they finally realized, all right, neither of us
It
play
could
it?
also just be if they don't have the slots in the first place to pick it, because they want to pick Maokai and Rumble into Renekton now. Because when this happens, they
Yeah.
know they need to pick Renekton, Rumble top against Renekton.
Yeah, now you can
It's the only champion he plays top impact that's good against Renekton. So they kind of just have to pick Rumble on 3 here, Team Liquid that is. While Jojo or Berserker has to pick here. And it is
Aurora or Zeri. Okay, I want to give context. Jojo tweeted out. Jojo tweeted out before this game one of those classic bait tweets that he does. He's like, if it gets 3,000 likes, I will first pick Aurora. He literally had, it's not first pick, but he literally could have locked in right there.
But did he literally
And
have 3,000
deliver-
likes?
I
Wait,
didn't.
hang on,
I didn't.
We
hang on.
gotta, we
click on
gotta
it.
get
Hang on,
both
hang on.
sides of the equation. Sven is
Let's
looking it
see.
up.
I also want to add more context. He has tweeted out baits like that before and not delivered.
Jojopyun.
Oh no, I'm very aware of that. I've voted on the other ones before and been bamboozled.
No,
That's why I
no.
didn't vote on this one.
It didn't meet the like quota. He has 1.5k likes.
Ooh, half the likes.
So it's our fault.
not quite gonna work. Yeah, 1,500 people
I would
needed
say
the like.
Not Aurora, but Yeon is pretty fun to watch too.
Yeah.
It could have been Corki or Zeri.
I mean, Yone.
Okay, true. You got me there. You got me there.
We're like in the middle, right?
Yone, especially with a Sejuani first pick, like this is terrifying. These are the perfect solo laners to have with a Sejuani. I feel like Cloud9's top side of the map is the most terrifying you can get right now.
It's time to fist fight.
It is definitely always time to fist
Question
fight.
is, what does Berserker play when they ban Zeri here and
Yeah.
potentially one more champion from him? Is it MF? Jin? Kaisa could be a good pick here, I think, with this comp that Sinan has, a full send dive team comp.
Dive team comp, plus she adds an extra splash of magic damage into
That
it,
they do
considering
need,
right
yes.
now it is still very AD heavy.
And impacts a known tank enjoyer, so you might need some magic damage against that guy.
Do you think you would lose like lane phase too hard
Yes.
versus Yeon Ezreal and Yeon and CoreJJ is kind of scary?
If
since
C9
last
bans
time?
away 2 strong laners like Karma and maybe Bard or Leona and then pick Kaisa, I think they can get away with it and Kaisa ban.
But if your team needs a champion and you don't like the lane, what if you just don't play the lane?
But I really want my 1v1 with my Sejuani jungle and my top side to be the...
Question is, do we ban Rumble? We don't ban Rumble.
Okay.
So now TL can get Maokai, Jin, Rumble, which is a known combo. Jin isn't so good against the champ Sinan has. He's very helpless, so to speak.
Right, yeah, you stand there and open up your gun while
And
Yone
then Yone
knocks
ults you and you're like, oh sh.
Then, like, what do you do with all those AD carries?
Wait,
Because
hold
they have
on, hold
Ezreal
on.
and Corki already, too.
It's just messed up at this point.
Yeah, they know people. He's just taunting.
Look at his face. That's not bad.
He's not even getting enjoyment out
I
of
will
it.
say that the Jax is pretty good against that triple melee comp from C9. And they're locking champs like MF here or something like, MF or Jin, like the a second tier AD carries. We play when all the good champs are banned. Jax is very good against everything Cena has so far. The brown band signals a Leona or a Nautilus or a Rel maybe. If it's the MF, it could be the Rel. The combo is pretty good.
Okay. The team fight in a box, bottom lane.
Yeah.
Rel plus Miss
Open with
Or a classic.
Oh.
Berserker.
Classic
Lucian.
indeed.
I will say, I was gonna say it's gonna come stucked, but this is good. Need some range champs. You can't pick full dive.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just too bad against the combat TL had. Because full send loses to kite back, but half full send can win.
Okay. Half send.
Yes.
Half send, full send, and kite back.
Exactly.
Top send, bot kite. Is that our formula?
Yeah, it sounds weird, but it checks out.
Well, they locked in the Nautilus, so you have Nautilus clicking on Lucian, and then Maokai ultimate following up the Nautilus ult that has been clicked on your head. So good luck with your kite plan.
So usually Jax isn't actually winning his Renekton top lane. It's more like a spicy matchup where like one thing goes wrong, one guy loses the whole game.
Okay.
So Impact calling Thanatos. He's ready for skill check.
Yeah, I think that based on what we've seen in the first couple of games, particularly game one, I think that the secret weapon might just be CoreJJ here in the top lane if it goes the way that Impact would want it to.
Yeah, he might be better, but I have CoreJJ.
Yeah, we'll see if Thanatos can have any more of a pop-off performance this game if he just continues to get targeted again. The power of the Sejuani with both of these solo laners is a serious problem, but remember that this is still a very heavily skewed physical damage composition, especially when dealing something like a Jax. We've already talked about. This is the third and final round here in this best of three. One of these teams is going into the final week of regular split with a chance at ending undefeated in series play. The other one sees that dream end at the end of this one. You can see the best splits in LCS history from different orgs on your screen there. 2020 C9 Spring, 17-1.
That's me.
But we got, yeah, look at that. I was about to shout you out, but you were already on top of it, man.
Oh, I love talking about myself, you know. You know that.
He's got that covered.
Yeah.
Taken care of.
Meanwhile, we did see a grasp proc here for
no.
Impact.
Ooh,
So is the
Wait.
lane's just over now, right?
Wait, we see both AD carries running top, actually. Could this be the future of lane swaps where both lines end up top?
I was getting kind of dizzy there with the movie theater view.
They actually are doing
We got
what looks like... Wait,
A double lane swap.
or maybe both teams want to lane swap, and then they're like, oh, you guys also here?
Like, what if
awkward.
That's kind of... I feel like TL should want this swap more than C9.
Yeah, I think it's a Cloud9 call. It's what it feels like.
And then CoreJJ shows up here and they're like, wait, what are you doing here?
Yeah, okay, so CoreJJ gets spotted. He's
So-
going to walk back out.
The next evolution is we're actually laying 2v2 top.
The game is just backward.
What happened to the game I love?
It got turned upside down.
Yeah, it just got flipped. It's fine.
I blame Freak.
You blame Freak for a lot of stuff.
That is true. Factually true.
But okay, so we will have less turret plates taken. The top ones are more durable early on. Jojo just charging up on the Raptors there. The Yone tricks.
APA just trying to get in their heads again, man. All we saw was GLHF in the early game chat on this one, though. So everybody reserving the banter until things get a little spicier, it seems, as tri-lane look, not really showing a whole lot of anything going on anywhere just yet.
So we do have another presence on bot lane, a gank perhaps. Umti is seen as Thanatos just went to ward though, so despite support's not ganking Thanatos, jungler was going to 3-camp gank him. It was going to be a 3-camp bot side Maokai attempt.
Potentially very bad though for TL because Umti was spotted with a blue buff on that ward, so now Blaber knows he's pathing up while he's pathing down. So Impact could get dove here in the future, and Blaber knows Umti will not be here since he's going to his top camps now.
Yeah, with your information that you gathered from Thanatos warding at the correct time here to see Umti, now you have the ability to track Umti for the next minute of the game. He has to be clearing his topside camps, has to be up there.
Blaber also ahead in the clear because Umti spends some time clearing that one ward, so they can either dive bot if there's an angle, or he can do the crab, and maybe he can even cross to the top crab if he thinks TL's bot duo is going to base here, which it would appear they are.
Thanatos would definitely need to charge up his rage before going for a dive too. Let's see.
Impact has pot still, and a cookie.
That was quite nice
He's
for
getting
Thanatos.
a little bit low, but Flash W? Nope.
Counter-Strike.
I think Blaber just took the crab. He could have gone to the top crab after. Look at how slow Umti is and it's clear, right?
Yeah.
Blaber could have easily taken the bot crab, crossed to the top crab, and gotten both crabs. And we know Blaber loves crabs.
Yes.
He's a known crab enjoyer.
It is known.
A crab connoisseur.
But he also doesn't love CoreJJ, and the lane swap back has come through.
Impact wanting that engage there on Thanatos, but can't land the Counter-Strike in time. So Thanatos is going to stay safe as he retreats. And okay, everything's back the way.
Called again.
Everyone relax.
That Mark Merrill intended.
Mid lane, don't relax. Don't relax mid.
Okay, Jojo trying to get away from this one with his flash. Had to use that to escape Umti. All right, everybody's back to normal.
You heard that spam ping, right? That was flash.
That's the no flash mid pings from APA.
That was
Love that sound.
Please return gank. You are a Maokai with flash.
You are welcome here.
Yep, definitely.
Anytime you like.
Always welcome when you find fitting to return, please.
Mid matchup going well.
Could also call for CoreJJ, honestly. And bot lane getting the push, because bot lane was a little bit quicker on their reset. It was TL to reset first. So sometimes it's just those few seconds that mean the difference between a gank towards mid coming from the support.
They base first, they get bot first, and then they can stack the wave. CoreJJ could roam here if he wanted to.
I wanted
to just stand here and do nothing instead. Also an option.
So
his two peak words.
That's my support style. Yeah,
it's also my style. Don't get me wrong. That's how I want us just doing this. Sit and lane, do nothing. it is patented. Two peak words.
It's the mind game, right?
It really is.
They think you're supposed to be doing something else, roaming around, getting vision, making ganks. No, sometimes it's about asserting dominance here in the bottom lane. CoreJJ, nice sidestep on that bubble.
Another one. Heal for...
Yeon seems to also be an appreciator of the Papega Frog emote.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot,
He's a fellow question mark frog enjoyer, which I appreciate.
I'm definitely a fan of that one. Nice couple little skill shot dodging moments down there for both sides, though. Not too much.
Ezreal Nautilus, not a known combo. Not a lot of burst to follow up on the hook.
Yeah.
But I just have to pick Nautilus because...
What about Corki, if you add that one into the mix?
Yeah, I mean...
You said last time, you're like, oh, by 10 minutes, TL always swap APA bot. Well, what about by 6 minutes?
They've evolved.
I raise you 4 extra minutes. Yeon already making his way over here, and it's in time for the grubs.
It is weird he's bot without TP. It could just be Yeon at bot at this point. It wouldn't make much difference here. Now TL have a weaker AD carry in the mid lane for the grub fight, so I feel like they should not be getting the last one here at least.
1-1 on the first couple of grubs. That third one's going to reset as Umti and Impact.
Vulcan's a little later on the round. So CoreJJ fishing, but now Vulcan will equalize.
Can't win this. They have a level 4 Ezreal versus a level 6 Yone. They should not be able to fight here at all.
Jojo's got the engage on Core. We're going to keep this going a little bit further, but his Soul Unbound resets his position, so he cannot continue the chase. C9 ends up with a grub advantage, 2-1.
You're putting your level 6 Corki bot against level 4 Lucian, now 7-5, and then you don't play around it. Then you use the grubs and you're surprised? Hello? Why didn't you just put, you know, your Nautilus ball in, try to dive the Lucian or something? You can't fight the grubs with a level 4 Ezreal versus 6 Yone.
Yeah, especially with that Yone having a Sejuani to help stun and top side.
Wait, speaking of Sejuani, Impact might be in a pretty bad spot now, trying to flash away before the stun can come in. Blaber still needs to lock him down, finds the Glacial Prison, and Thanatos trying to slice forward. That last little bit of damage is all they need, but Impact might be ready to turn it right back around. Call the Meek! It's first blood over to Thanatos.
Nice play from C9. It looks like Impact uses his Counter-Strike right before Blaber pulled up to the gank there, so nice timing from Thanatos. Taking a trade, knowing Blaber's nearby if he needs him. Solid play from C9.
Yeah, really good stuff here from Cloud9 after the grubs victory
very
as well.
confused of why they put Corki bottom without TP and then didn't play on his side when he beats Lucian 1v1. They put their Ezreal mid, but don't fight grubs anyways.
Yeah, and they even had like the extra timer on support too.
Yeah, but this feels like a leftover play from C9 having the winning side on the top side here with the duo being mid. With their mid duo being stronger, that is.
We'll see after this too, because Impact's not going to have flash after this one. Of course, Thanatos uses his to follow it up.
Honestly, Impact did well. He made a lot of time. He almost made it look close here at the end.
Yeah.
But Vulcan's there just to make sure. Get a little assist as well for himself.
I think that there should be an answer for Dragon though, if everyone's topside showing. So there we go.
Yep.
That is your extra benefit here for Team Liquid.
It is rare that one team gets both all the grubs and the dragon. TL actually got one grub, which is kind of a good steal by Umti. Getting one before anything happens.
One grub for one top laner, though.
I will say game state, good for C9. I think the Lucian outscales the Ezreal Nautilus. I think the Renekton is ahead, which is how he should be. And Yone is not behind much to the Corki. So the current game state looks pretty good for C9, I would say.
What do you want to see them do to continue that state of things, right? Especially with how far away the early game got from them in game number 2.
It is kind of like different than usual for C9 because they don't actually win mid and bot this game matchup-wise. But once the Lucian gets one item and once the Yone gets like his Borg, he starts winning hard on side lane against anyone he finds. Yone doesn't beat Jax unless he's ahead of Jax. So it's really important to get Jojopyun into the game somehow. Around the Borg timing, I think second grubs also, the Renekton is just the CEO of grubs. Honestly, he's just so strong at the grubs. So I think C9 will fight second grubs no matter what. They will be there.
I think both of those things are Blaber's job, right? He's also the one that needs to get JoJo ahead.
He has the Seeks completed already, so he's just the strongest guy in the game right now.
That's one of the big.
Sejuani.
That's one of the big benefits. Junglers trying to abuse some support itemization.
Yeah.
It's so cheap, the Zeke's convergence. So tank junglers very happy with that one, and it's an easy build path into the Warmogs after that too. You already have plenty of HP to trigger it. So.
I mean, it's only 2,200 gold. Effectively versus other big-ticket starter items, it's like 3 full kills cheaper than what you would otherwise buy. So it's so easy to have that earlier spike compared to your opponent, even if you are just sitting on 0-0-1, even though it's been a pretty quiet first 10 minutes of the game here, with C9 ahead by about 1.3, 1.4 thousand gold. The first Drake still owned by TL, as CoreJJ is not under any real pressure here. Down in the bottom lane, you can see Berserker starting to walk up the long way to get towards these grubs that are spawning in about 5 seconds, as APA is left in the bot lane, but has a TP if he needs it.
I think they're going to try and do grubs as quick as possible, and once they have those secured, teleport Thanatos down to the bottom lane so you don't lose too much.
I think TL can't fight the grubs, so they're like fake contesting a little bit by being here, making sure that they can't TP bot too early, then AP can TP in.
Yeah.
But they'll actually never fight the grubs at any point of this fight.
Yeah, by showing here, you're like making sure Thanatos can't go down there for that wave. He's going to have to wait.
But now he'll probably recall and then TP bottom. Someone should be going bottom here. Yep, there it is. So TL, I think they min-maxed a little bit. They got some extra plates by like showing some presence at the grubs, making Sinan a little bit nervous, then maybe they could fight.
Okay.
Because if you TP bot too early on Thanatos, then AP is like, oh, wait, I can TP top now, and we can fight the grubs. So both teams playing, I would say, correctly in the situation. Sinan with 5 grubs, very good for the winning soul laners. Or at least soul laner.
Soul laner, exactly. Exactly. Now let's see, not quite towards that Bork point you were talking about yet on the Yone. So Jojo's still just going to need to build up a little bit more money here in the side lane. You would expect him to probably have it by the time that this next Drake spawns. Do you guys think we're going to get a fight for Drake number 2?
I think it depends on what Yeon's items look like. If he has 24s, I would say yes. But without it, he's just a bot.
Okay,
compared to Berserker, who has a big gun right now.
Yeah, Berserker has the collector here. Vulcan doesn't quite have the mandate yet, but he'll have some real big burst damage if Vulcan also is able to complete.
Early game focus going for collector on Lucian. Normally we see like an Essence Reaver on him nowadays. So going for like the early game spike, which could signal he wants to win lane or fight the dragons, perhaps. So, it's posturing around the bottom area. I do think they are stronger in this very moment, thanks to the Seeks and the Collector, but not by a lot.
They're using that moment of strength here to just kill all the wards, though.
Anything they can. Hey, watch the gold too.
And experience.
Right there, 60 gold.
Yep.
That's all Vulcan gets these days.
Yeah, Vulcan and Blaber over here on
he's on food stamps, a.k.a. wards. Ward stamps.
He's like, please, I need money for my mandate.
I will say the Yone doesn't usually beat the Jax in the side lanes this early, so that's a very good sign for C9. If Yone can beat an all-attack countering champion like Jax, that's excellent.
Level lead for him. Feels pretty nice. I mean, next recall, too, for the reset, Jojo should have Bork, so that will be a big power spike.
I do think if TL can get to the point where they have all their Trinity forces, they only have 1 right now, that's on Yeon. They are stronger, and that very
Oh, the cannon. Death by cannon.
Oh, no.
He
I
wanted
like
that
the
cannon.
timing on this from Team Liquid. They want to go for the pick on Jojo before the Drake spawns. It's the three-man plan. Team Liquid gets their way onto the board. They find the pick they were looking for here in top lane.
The classic. Up in top lane, wants that cannon. Really good timing for Umti and CoreJJ.
Didn't even get a cannon.
Yeah, exactly.
I love what TL's doing. Hang on.
Wow, Nami wave into the calling on Yeon after the catch with the bubble. Beautifully comboed there by the C9 bot lane duo to make sure that Yeon at least has to spend his cleanse getting away from it.
I like what I'm seeing from both teams. TL can't fight Dragon out all the Trinity forces complete, so they decide to go top and kill Jojopyun. And C9, when they see TL going top, they go make plays for mid and bot, get some plates on the mid and bot towers, and then do Dragon on the way out now. So both teams playing, I think, very well here, actually, around their timers and items.
Man, that gank was so good on top side. It's even worse for Jojo because he was forced to go back because he got killed. Didn't have the combined cost for the Blade of the Rune King, so he's still on the pieces and had to teleport back out top side to get the money for it.
It does feel like that was TL's only play in this game, was going Jojopyun, so dying there is kind of illegal. I think if you use the Yone E to hit the wave and then E back and then ulti away and flash away, you should probably be fine. But he's a little bit greedy for the cannon there, as Kobe said. Gets punished. But nonetheless, good play by TL. And C9 made a good counter play on mid and bot, getting Yeon's cleanse, a chunk, some plates, and then Dragon on the way out at the end of all the fights. So both teams actually playing, I think, good League of Legends here. Nice to see.
Yeah.
We had a very, very big bloodbath, a big stomp, and now we have a slow,
Methodical type of game.
Yeah, where both teams play on their 24 spikes.
No matter what type of League of Legends you prefer, Cloud9 and Team Liquid have you covered.
Excellent, exactly.
A lot of variety here on the menu for this best of three as C9 are going to order up a Rift Herald for themselves. Doesn't look like anybody from Team Liquid should be able to contest this one.
They're even, look at these Cloud9 pings. I love watching the pings throughout this series because they do tell a big story of the comms too. And they were a little bit worried about the deep vision that Team Liquid had the opportunity to get in their red quadrant of the jungle from Yeon and CoreJJ. And as Ven mentioned, like we're on triple Trinity forces now.
It's
for
time
Team
to play.
It is time.
Well, it's time for C9 to go in as well. Blaber leading the charge with multiple ultimates being dropped by C9. They'll find their kill on CoreJJ. Blaber started it off. The rest of the team was ready to go with them. Meanwhile, back in the top side, Impact versus Jojo. This is what Zven was talking about.
That's how it looks.
Bound is how you farm.
He's got base by Bork now, but even though TL lost a man, they actually have the push right now thanks to APA being here. So not much was lost from this play anyway.
Yeah, really, Team Liquid, they're pushing in bottom and top. So this actually forces the recall, or the teleport from Thanatos too. He tried to catch the bottom wave, then teleport up to the top wave that Impact then had. The tempo from Team Liquid.
I've seen this movie before.
Wow, that was a nice escape there. Blaber with the Arctic Assault just to slide out of the way of the dredge line.
Not this time! It happened last time when Yeon and CoreJJ caught him at red buff, but they knew that that quadrant of the jungle was warded up and TL would probably make a play there.
Yeah, I think good job by C9 as well, putting Thanatos top against Impact to avoid the Yeon versus Jax. I think Thanatos should beat him with a 1k goal lead. I mean, I hope so at least.
You would expect.
You would expect otherwise the Croc might just be useless. I think the Yeon does much better against the Corki.
Jojo not quite going to find the knockup he wanted there on the Q3. APA can keep his distance in this matchup. Does not want to allow that gap to be closed by Jojo on the Yone as Umti might look for something up here in the top lane. Yes, the Croc should beat Jax with the 1k gold lead, but not if Umti's here.
The only thing is TL has 2 TPs available right now. Jojo's TP is almost up. Thanatos just used his, so they can try to make a cross-map play with the extra teleports that they do have. That will be their only advantage in the game right now, I think. So just try to use that.
Yeah, and if they go for one, it'll probably be around wherever CoreJJ goes to on the map. That Nautilus point and click, you can kind of ensure that you can make use of those teleports getting there in time.
The skill button.
And let's see, he just heads right back out mid to try and help out Yeon, get that mid lane taken care of first. And then
they do have the Herald here, so they could use it to get the mid tower.
Impact is watching. Look at these top laners, too. Both of them are just watching the fight. They're like, do I need to teleport right now?
The only Impact has TP, so if he pushes top and Thanatos is there, he can call that he can be there first with the teleport. So Thanatos kind of has to like just be here right now, But now he's losing the push top to Impact, who has both the push and TP.
But the engage from C9 is ready. CoreJJ caught out yet again, and Berserker's got the damage to kill him off. But now the counter engage from Umti. Impact is teleported in behind for the counter strike. Vulcan's gonna drop in, so is Blaber. Team Liquid with a beautiful counter punch for a 2-for-1.
Thanatos was hovering in the river, but then he decided to go right back up.
We're not done. Jojo had to reset his position here with a soul unbound. Team Liquid's gonna continue pushing into the tier 1 turret. They'll bust this one. Meanwhile, the fight's still raging up here in the river as Thanatos is in the middle of 4 Team Liquid players. He gets a stun gun, and he takes him out with a Renekton combo for a 1-for-1 trade to end the fight.
A good salvage at the end there with Thanatos, but it looks like bad communication from C9. Thanatos was going back top, route teleport, then they fight mid, and Impact is in mid, and is the difference maker in the team fight. So feels like C9, a little miscommunication there between top lane and the 4-man. They had a Herald timing as well. They didn't use the Herald to get mid tower when they could have. They had a move time from Thanatos earlier. Look, he's going back top here in this frame.
Yeah, he's going back top. Look how quick the kill is. Yeah.
He's not coming back either. He's just
Then the teleport is really deep from Impact behind Raptor Pit. And with Maokai Ultimate, you're not going to be able to make the play as quick as you want to.
Really disaster for C9 here. They lost the mid tower and the top tower, it looks like. Did they get back the bot tier 1, it looks like? On the
No matter the numbers, never fight a crocodile in the river. That is the lesson of this win. You saw Yeon arcane shifted forward because he was like, we got 4 people. I can arcane shift forward, right?
Yeah.
Nope. Thanatos got him with that thing where you bite their leg and then roll in a circle. those crocodiles are deadly, man, yeah.
The death roll.
That is not where poor little Ezreal wants to be.
Thanatos should not have been there, but once he was there, good salvage.
Making the best out of a bad situation.
It's one of those, you made a bad decision to get there, but you outplayed it, so I don't know what to say. Good job, maybe. Maybe.
Good job, maybe. I'll take that.
We listen into comms a lot, and players have this pattern of going, oh, this guy is trolling. Get him, get him, get him. They thought Thanatos was trolling, and
there's a little pattern here in TL's inventories. It's Trinity Forces and Steel Caps.
If it works.
It's like someone's like, guys, they're full AD, buy armor. Yes, sir.
Look at that team synergy.
Even the Ezreal, who's a known CDR boots enjoyer, goes for the Steel Caps. Just for team synergy, right?
Yeah. And it is, I mean, it is so effective, right? Because all the boots were nerfed, but the on-hit reduction here from the Steel Caps got that little nudge, a little bit of a buff there, even with the cost increase.
As an AD main, thank God.
Yep. And this is one of the things that I said back in draft, right? This is one of the worries that you have to have if you are C9. The armor stacking will be very effective if you're not pulling ahead in the game. Right now, we could see another scrap breakout up here, or it might just turn into a vision war. There's no teleports available on the side of Team Liquid. Both teleports available for C9. So TL knows they are currently at a macro disadvantage.
And look at Jojopyun. He can push bot. If anyone matches him, he will say immediately, guys, I have TP advantage bot. I can TP and they can't. So he should just get bot push for free here and be able to hit a tower. Impact almost has hit, so I think he will be the one basing going bottom here in a couple seconds to defend that bot tier 1.
Yeah, it's a reverse situation. Because TL used their teleport resources.
They're actually putting APA ball in here, so TL needs to play safe on top side while APA has no TP, because Jojopyun could impact the map on top side same way Impact did just before.
And TL have been quite good at playing defensively when they need to.
Yeah. TL is very good at playing on timers, as we call them in pro play. Right now they have a timer on C9 where they have TP advantage, so we should play defense top side. TL is very good for this reason. They never die on the aim team's timers.
You do have a couple of second item power spikes coming in for both sides. The Sterix Gauge completed for Thanatos' Renekton could be a big difference maker in the next one of these crazy fights. He arrived late to the previous skirmish in mid lane, so if he can get in there for the initial engage on one of these upcoming ones, that could be a huge factor. Rapid fire cannon also completed for Berserker, working on some armor penetration next, as Vulcan and Jojo might have just found an angle onto Umti. APA is trying to help his jungler get out of here, but a lot of damage with the Glacial Prison into the calling. Thanatos is on the back line. He's going to try to lock up the rest of TL, but Sterix Gauge or not, the Croc gets punished. Beautifully done for TL to make sure that that ends up being an even trade. Thanatos got a little bit too excited on the back end of what was otherwise a good pick for C9.
I think he just TP'd a little bit too deep there, no? At the end?
Yeah, it was just the location. The timing was fine, just the location.
I completely agree. Also, this game, he had a black cleaver in the first game against no armor, and now when they only have armor, he has an Eclipse. Kobe, can I get a... Can you explain this one to me, Kobe? You're the analyst, right?
So also the reason I was harping on this on the plated steel caps is like because the auto attack, like it going from 8% up to the 10% is so meaningful versus these exact champions. But here's the review as Thanatos into the river.
If he just holds this position a little bit longer and waits for Blaber to be closer or Berserker, it could have worked, but he just went in 1v4 and got one shot.
Sometimes it's a knock-on effect of a previous play, their coordination was off, and so he's feeling like he has to make up for it this time from that mid play, you know?
Got to be early.
He was 1v4 in the river fight, and he was 1v4 there, but this time it wasn't so close.
No, in the river, it was a 1v4. This time it was a 4v1. The opposite situation occurred. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But you mentioned also, Flowers, it was an issue of like, oh, too late, but then too early, so maybe it's the 3 bears situation.
Yeah.
And we just...
Also, maybe if he doesn't go in, TL can walk away. And that would suck, right?
Well, it's the one where they had the mama bear, the papa bear.
Isn't that about
and,
porridge?
Like, the kid bear? Yeah, one is too hot, one is too cold. And
okay, you're
middle.
saying temperature is times.
Yeah,
Okay,
so his timing needs to be just right.
I am so confused.
no, don't worry about it. I misunderstood.
American childhood story.
Am I too European to understand this joke?
All right, hold on. Let's see if Umti is getting caught out at all here. Nope, just a little bit of damage as he wanted to fight for that enemy chicken camp.
So here's the thing. When both tops use TP, you have to play on the side lane where the TPs are not.
Okay.
So we have an ARAM, basically.
Yeah, we go again.
In conclusion.
In conclusion, ARAM time.
ARAM time. Dragon time.
Or give, if you want to give the objective. And it looks like C9 is opting to give the objective.
So you get to go clear the control ward on Baron.
Massive win for C9 here.
Dub.
Vision controlled.
Let's see how many scryers. They also have the scryer available for Ezreal, so they have a blue trinket up too.
The top side of the map is very dark right now for Team Liquid, but they do still have some of these Maokai saplings. They fire off the Maokai ulti, but Blaber's tanking up on the front. Berserker trying to get away. CoreJJ wanted to drop the ulti onto him. Blaber still tanking, but now he's going to be taken low. Team Liquid continuing their chase. Blaber dangerously close to death as Impact on the front line going to be caught by the bubble here at the very back end, but Berserker can't do enough damage to actually take him down. Team Liquid winning the fight tremendously in terms of health bar value. Even though they don't get a kill, they'll take the tier 2 turret as their trophy.
Where's the damage? Why is no one dying?
Boots.
So it's
Steel caps.
also it's because like they go for this while APA is so far away. I mean that's why Team Liquid got the jump on Cloud9 there. Cloud9 weren't really expecting them to do it while APA was so far. Maybe they were waiting for like teleport channel time. But Impact made a nice little double stun there to keep him around.
I feel like Berserker buying Collector and Fire Cannon against this much armor is a little troll. And Thanatos not having Black Clearer is a little troll.
Yeah, Team Liquid has
can
like
you have Collector,
a shoe sponsor.
How can you have Collector and then Lord Doms in the same 3 items? Isn't that a little like counterintuitive, perhaps?
I'm a Skarner player. I don't know AD carry itemization. Hold on. We got Team Liquid here for the engage now. Nice catch there. Impact looking to lock up too as Thanatos and Blaber are both still ready to escape. Jojo wanted to at least provide a distraction on the side there with the Soul Unbound, but once his allies get away, he knows he can snap back to safety. But again, even though there's no kills, Team Liquid emerged victorious in terms of health, which earns them control over the Rift to place down Vision and continue choking C9 out of the map.
If we were to offer like some reasoning for the like early Collector for Berserker and then into the Lord Dom stuff is like because maybe they thought we are really going to steamroll on our early power spike on our one item, and then after they did not really accomplish that steamroll, he was like, oh shoot, now I've got to make them the best of this scenario. Like I need to get the Lord Doms, but that obviously is not like ideal.
Yeah, it feels like TL just beat them with the wallets there, but they're even in gold.
I mean, the boots prices increase, but
it feels like no one in C9 can kill a tank. And TL has 3 of them, it feels like.
Impact versus Thanatos will be left as a 1v1 for now, as Jojo thought about getting involved, but APA and Umti had something else to say about it. Now Team Liquid with a 4-man effort down here in the bottom lane. Jojo's ulti ain't gonna get him very far away. He has to try to keep running, flashing out to escape the explosion there on the big one at the very end. Thanatos and Jojo, again, not dead, but again, forced back as Team Liquid will claim another tier 2 turret, this time in the bottom lane. Berserker was split pushing top, but he won't get the same.
I just feel like Team Liquid have been so good with their structure for their rotation between objectives and their discipline in putting wards first. Really good at using this extra information, and now they've been able to use that to move through their victory on the bottom side into Baron control too, yet again, and here comes the Maokai ult.
Another Maokai ulti to start off the fight. Umti tanks the culling, but it's a shutdown on Jojo instead. That is huge for TL, as Blaber's not going anywhere. Impact ready to cut him off. CoreJJ won't land the dredge line, but he doesn't need to. The enemy mid laner, and even more critically, the enemy jungler are both dead. Baron is on the rift, and Team Liquid's walking over.
This Yone is so useless. It
we-
is sad to watch. He does no damage. He's not a tank, no CC. What can he actually do with this champ in this game? It feels like Sinan had to do something earlier in this game to make this Yone useful, because he's just not doing any damage in his team fights.
Yeah, at this point, we've said it many times, but the armor stacking is out of control.
Yeah.
And there's not really a way to get it back under control now from Cloud9's perspective.
You can't unstack the armor. Thanatos dives in the middle of Team Liquid, though he's grabbing the first kill. And CoreJJ as Berserker has to pop the summoners to escape impact. Thanatos still looking to fight at a 1v4. He needs to do so much, but he can't quite get there. Umti turns it into an even trade with the rest of TL, making sure that CoreJJ is avenged. And now the remaining players on Liquid can exfiltrate that Baron pit, still wearing purple.
Berserker is almost at his infinity edge. I think he's the only one that can do anything in this game. I just don't know how he finds the angle to kill someone that isn't a tank.
Especially because he's going to be playing with a Nautilus ult on him permanently.
Yes, and he will only target him.
Yeah, and their Maokai ultimate, it's slow moving, but the Nautilus ult is going to keep you there.
Look at Jojopyun, he's buying a random. He knows he's not going to do damage. Might as well buy tank at this point.
He heard you, yeah, he heard you say, oh, the Yone is not doing damage and he's not a tank. But Jojo's going to change that. He'll at least become a
he
tank.
almost wanted Umti there, no?
Yeah, look at Umti's health bar.
Yeah.
How does he recover from this?
That was one shot, all right.
I like TL here. They're not going for the dragon. They're just using their Baron to just push down C9's base so that C9 can't go anywhere. And C9 has a small problem. That isn't the items. It's that they have no wave there.
Yeah. Team Liquid using their control over the Rift right now. They forced out the Fate Sealed from the Yone and the Glacial Prison from the Sejuani. That's two huge team fighting tools, and particularly some of the best CC available for C9's squad that now they don't have available to try to continue defending these tier 3 turrets. The first of which is already below half HP here in the mid lane. As CoreJJ wish that dredge line didn't hit. Berserker gets the kill on him, but now Blaber's gonna drop. Jojo right next to him. APA and Yeon do so much damage with the Corki and Ezreal combo.
All right, Siege continues then. That's going to be mid tower down, mid inhibitor down. What can Cloud9 do? It's not much at the moment, but a bubble does land.
Team Liquid with the 4-man push in the enemy base. Only CoreJJ is dead. The rest of them confident to take down that inhibitor in bottom, continue the threat, continue the push here in mid lane as that inhibitor falls too. Now they know there's not a whole lot left in the tank. They'll take the opportunity to reset, spend their money. Team Liquid is up 4,000 gold. The Drake is on the map now too. They can go over and secure Soul Point if they like on their way out. This game is looking so Team Liquid right now.
Yeah, I don't even know what Sinan can do to win at this point.
Yeah, it's not a lot because they also like buff the Death Dance. I love this from APA. You can get this Corki just jump on your face. We saw already APA is like Valking on Berserker. He's like, yeah, I got a plenty of armor too.
Everyone's buying full tank.
I mean, how do you kill a Maokai that has Randuin, Thornmail, Locket, Boots, and you have no mage?
We keep asking this question and no one's answering it. Maybe chat. Should we crowdsource this answer?
I will say, if you're playing live patch, which we are, you should be buying the Modern Reminder instead of Law of Dominic's in almost every game.
Oh yeah, because of the extra heal debuff. But hold on, I think we got bigger problems than that. Thanatos already knocked down into the Guardian Angel as Impact is distracting the rest of Cloud9, but he may have tried to distract a little bit too hard. Thanatos is going to be traded as Jojo continues putting the pressure on Team Liquid. CoreJJ, dredge line ain't going to hit. Honestly, again, it's one that he's probably pretty glad didn't hit. considering it surely would have been a ticket straight to death. Team Liquid going to continue moving forward, though, as Yeon still has plenty of HP, and they are confident to play around this. Ezreal over the wall goes Blaber and Jojo. They're trying to finish the job. They're trying to get that pick on the CoreJJ, but it isn't going to work. Jojo's too low to continue fighting for a lot longer. Berserker's trying to weave in the piercing lights and the auto attacks for the follow-up, but it does not work. Blaber needs to escape, barely getting out here with the flash. Team Liquid still chasing after him. Umti throws down one of the saplings. There's a blast cone also available. Remember, the tier 2 turret is gone here in the bottom lane. Umti keeps the chase going. APA, CoreJJ, and Yeon have the damage to burst through the frontliner. Thanatos is about to respawn only as Blaber is once again killed. The first Nexus turret is nearly dead. Thanatos has to pop the Dominus just for defense. APA ain't afraid to trade, but now a big engage from C9. It's their last stand, and it won't matter. Team Liquid is the best team in the LCS here in regular split 2024 summer. They will take down Cloud9 and stay undefeated.
A lot of people chirping TL's overrated. TL isn't that great. I disagree. They are the best team in the LCS.
I think Spawn needs a raise. The draft was just so much better. I feel like when it goes even and one team is just winning straight up, it feels like draft cap.
Well, it's time to join Jat on stage for an interview right now.